Hey everybody, Melslug991 here with not so great news. Um, Now what you're about to watch. Now I'm going to use this in two different videos. One video, let me just explain first. Um, the the very sad news is that we lost um a very amazing person in the con scene, a cosplayer, an overall just amazing person in general. We we just can't, you know, believe that this is true. But just looking at the calendar so I make sure I get it right. On October 17th, um, we lost the life of Rae Fagenbaum, also known as 192 plus 98 here on the internet. And it is in. I still can't believe that it's real. I think I'm. I. It's been almost a week, and I still can't believe it. Like, like, um. Now, the video. What I was saying, the video you're about to watch, or the videos you're about to watch, I guess. Because I'm going to use this in two different videos, the same message, just in case you're watching one or the other. But the one video you're about to watch, if you're watching that one, that is that she was part of my 100th episode of my old podcast, Cyber Time Bite, and I'm on the. I wanted to let you know that hopefully you guys enjoy that in her memory, because that's what you're about to listen to was amazing and awesome and a great time that we had. So if you're watching that, stay tuned and you'll hear great stuff happening there. And the other thing you're about to watch is my new idea that I am planning on starting to do. That is going to be pretty awesome and amazing. It's a comedy skit thing that I'm starting up, and she would have loved to be a part of it. She would have loved to be part of it, man. It would have been like amazing and awesome if she could have been part of it, but now with her untimely passing, that that can't happen anymore, unfortunately. But I know that she's probably going to be looking down at me right now and being saying, "Yeah, man, you go." That's what she always would tell me. That's what she always would tell me. To just like support my dreams and all that stuff. She wouldn't tell me like go for your dreams, run for your dreams. Just like she would just say, "Yeah, man, you go." she that's all she would tell me. I'm pretty sure she's looking down at me right now saying that as I'm like talking about my videos and all that. But it still baffles me to this day that this is real. Like, I can't believe it. And I want to share a few memories with you guys before you start watching these videos, because this is important. So the first time we met, the very first time that we ever met, it's in 2017 at Count Delete, and it wasn't for very long. It was like the first initial time that we met wasn't very long. It was like 5 seconds at least. When I say it wasn't long at all, because I was literally making my way out of the convention because you know, it was the end of the day and I was leaving, and you know how that is. Anyway, I see her at convention and I see her cosplay and I go like, "Oh my god, like that is amazing." Like I loved looking at her cosplays, man. It was like I was like, your cosplay is amazing. You're doing an awesome job. It's like oh my god, just I love it, you know. And they go like thanks, or she goes like thanks, or you know, she does she says thanks in her usual way, and then I make my way out. And the thing is that during you gotta understand that during that time, um, I was going through a giant move. Like I was moving, and I was going through this moving process where I was moving from the house I used to live in to where I'm living right now. And you know how the moving process works. It's not easy. So social media was the first thing on my mind during that time. So I remember when we finally moved in and we settled in and everything was at a somewhat order. I go on social media, on Instagram. I go under the count out delete tag, and I go like, "Oh my god, I remember you." You know, like I was like, "Oh my god, I found the picture of the person I met at this convention." Because at the time, I remembered what I saw, and I knew that I found it on Instagram. And I was like, "Oh my god, you look amazing again." You know, it was like it was like so I was like so excited, you know how I am getting right now. That's how excited I was when I found it for the first time. And so I message her, and me being me, I get shy, and I was like, so I messaged her something, then delete it. I messaged her another thing, and then I delete it because I was nervous. Okay, I was really nervous because I didn't know what she would think of me. So I finally sent something and just leave it. And then she gets back to me and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was super busy and I couldn't get back to you and all that stuff." And I was like, "Oh no, it's fine," you know. And it was from that moment right there. Um, we just started talking and talking and talking, and we just it just like it started from there, and then we just ended up just talking and talking and talking, like we just never stopped. And we didn't talk like every day, but we talked a lot, and that led to her coming on my podcast at the time called Cyber Time Bite, and we did that. And like we did that episode, and then we had such a great time doing that because I think that was the very first time I ever called her. Like I think that's the very first time I ever heard her voice, like her real voice and all that stuff. Because I remember when I first met her, I think her voice was deeper because she was in the con setting and she had the deep voice going on, and so when we did the podcast, I think that's the very first time we ever had a lengthy call with each other. That was recorded obviously for the podcast purposes, and we freaking like that was like insane, and that was awesome to do. And so I don't know, I like I said, I can't remember all the times we hung out and the time frames between them, but I don't know, I can't remember how long after we did that podcast. I can't remember the time frame between how long we did that podcast from the first time we ever hung out, because I want to say it was December of that same year. I think it's either December of that same year or next year. But we went to this mall called Orland Square Mall, which is not really in the area that I live in. It's a little far away, but we were trying to meet in the middle at the time. Like we were trying to like meet up in somewhere like on the middle ground, and that was the middle ground. And so we were like, okay, I guess we can make this work. And so it did work because I ended up going. But that's like we went there, and that's when I met her in person for the very first time ever. I didn't meet her girlfriend until Count Out Delete. I think that same year, and we hung out for the first time there. It was great. It was amazing. It was fun. She was like, it was just great and amazing. I remember when I remember when I first saw her for the very first time in person. I remember we went there and they said, "Oh, we're in the Hot Topic." I was like, "Okay, we'll be there in a second." So, I go into the Hot Topic and I see her for the very first time in person, and I'm like, I was like, I think I told her like, "Man, you're sure." I think I said, I think something about her being like shorter than me and all that stuff. That and I was like, no, I think I asked her like, "Are we the same height?" or something. And it was that was so funny, man. That was so funny because like I thought we were the same height at first, and and then for we had such a great time there. And then after that, I think the second time we saw each other after that was at Connell Delete, I think, and that's when I met her girlfriend for the very first time was at Connell Delete, and and that was really awesome because obviously all three of us became friends. All three of us like Emily, came in, and we all became like the three-way friend group that it ended up being for the rest of her lifetime. So like we had a fun time there at Count Delete, and then after that we hung out all those many times and all that stuff that we went to those not to all those different things, but we hung out and did a lot of different things after that. Like we went to the Fox Valley Mall by my house, and that was really fun. That was also the same day that they came over to my house, and we just hung out here at my house, ordered in a pizza and everything. And that was really awesome and amazing and great. Um, and then I remember the 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 last few memories that we had together, the ones I remember the most, like the last few hangouts that we had, and the the first one is that we went to this restaurant that I really love that's around in my area because there's many locations of this restaurant in my area. It's called the Village Squire, and I really like their food there, and I really like eating there. I mean, and now when I probably go there, I'm always gonna have Ray up on my memory bin or box or whatever you gonna call them, the brain box up here. Um, every time I go there, I'm probably gonna think of her because I know she would love to be there. But the first time we went to the one in South Elgin because I wanted to take them there for the longest time because I knew they were gonna love it, which they did. And she freaking just like was like excited and loved to be in there and loved the atmosphere and all that stuff. Like she thought it was the greatest thing ever. Um, and so like oh no, another memory I gotta bring up. Um, before I forget, no, before I forget. So I'll tell you about the other two after I say this one. Is that for my birthday during the pandemic. I think this was 2020 or 2021. I think it was. We were deep in the pandemic when this happened, but what happened was is that I actually went to her house for the very first time ever because she lived in literally in butt nowhere, Indiana, like literally butt nowhere, Indiana. Like when I say but nowhere, I mean but nowhere. That's where she lives. And we went all the way out there for my birthday because I wanted to see her. I wanted to like see her for my birthday and do something cool for my birthday. And I'd never been out there before, so I did. So me and my friend Luke, who's in the videos with me, in the one videos with me that you're about to see, we drove all the way out to her house, and we spent the day with her. Like we went to her house, we went to Dairy Queen, got food at Dairy Queen, which is a rarity that I ever get because I never hardly get to do that because none of the Dairy Queens on my house are close to my house have the food. But went to Dairy Queen for food, and then we came back to her house and we watched Labyrinth with David Bowie in it, which was I never seen that movie. That was the first time I ever seen it, and I don't really. I mean, to me, I don't really care for it because I don't know. David Bowie's the only thing that saved that movie. just saying. But I never really fully really cared about that movie really, but it was nice to watch it with them. And nice to be there, crammed on her couch. All four of us crammed on her one couch, and me being crammed in the middle because, like, that's all the space that was left. We watched that movie, and it was it was great. And then afterwards, obviously she showed me her whole house and her room and all that stuff, and it was amazing. And then afterwards, we would end up going outside and doing a bonfire in front of her house because she has this little section in her front yard that has a bonfire pit and seats around it and all that stuff. And that was fun. We made s'mores and everything. I remember them complaining about how I burnt my marshmallow, and they were like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" They're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" No, Em and Rae are like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing?" After to see my marshmallows just go up in flames. But that's how I was raised. Like my whole life, when I did s'mores, I freaking just put it over the flame and it burnt. It fired up the marshmallow, and it made it all gooey, and I put it on the s'more and I eat it. That's how I was raised. But I guess they, never seen that. Never seen anyone do that before, and I guess I was the first. But yeah, so I mean, like that was fun. That was fun. That was just a funny little moment. And then obviously after that, we all took a photo together, and then me and Luke left. And like I said, like I said, I don't remember all the times we hung out in the time frames before them. So between them, so I don't remember the next time we hung after that was. But back to what I was saying. That we went to the Village Squire in Elgin, and they loved it. Then after that, I believe the next time we hung out after that was when we ended up hanging out for what would be the last time, unfortunately, due to her passing. It would end up being the last time me, Rae, and Em all hung out together outside of Renaissance Fair and convention stuff. We went to the village. We went to the Village Squire in. Now, this is confused. This is even confusing for me, and I live here. But there's East Dundee and West Dundee. I forget which Dundee it's in, but we went to the Village Squire in Dundee. We'll just say Dundee to keep it simple. But we went there because they loved that place and they wanted to go again. But the reason we went to that one was because literally just to give you an idea, the Village Squire restaurant is behind all the buildings on the main road, and and the reason we went there is because we wanted to go to this place that I've been to like 1,000 times. It's called the Underground Retro Arcade. It's a retro arcade that has all the old school arcade games from back in the day. It's the smaller version of what the Galloping Ghost is, which is in Brookfield, Illinois, and the Galloping Ghost is considered the biggest retro arcade in the world, and we have it. I haven't been there in years because it's so far away, and it's in Brookfield, Illinois. So the Underground Retro Arcade's closer to my house. So I'll go to that one all the time. But I wanted to take them there too because I thought they would love it, and they ended up loving it. They did end up loving it, but you know, so that's why we went to the Village Square in Dundee, which they obviously ended up loving because it's the same place but different location. But we went there, and then and then we went to the story I'm trying to get to is that when we got to the Retrocade, they enjoyed playing all the games. I showed them everything I love playing, and it was like awesome and amazing, and it was great to do that because they had so much fun there. They had so much fun. Rae was like so excited to go back. Unfortunately, that can't happen now, unfortunately, but she was so excited to go back there. But so the thing is that when we were there, up in the front, they have this giant air hockey table, just a retro air hockey table. I don't know what year it's from. It's probably from the 90s or 80s. Probably the early 90s, 80s, or early 2000s. One of those three eras. Because it was the air coming out of it was like really good. Like it had really good air pumping out of it. And so me, Rae, and freaking competed on that freaking air hockey table for probably what felt like an hour. And so we freaking just went ham on that air hockey table. This is totally unrelated to what we're talking about, but I just went there recently with my other friend, who's also going to be in one of the videos that you're about to watch. Who we went there and he had such a great time. He had such a great time going there. He loved being there as well. So literally, I literally make that place like a place where me and my dad go, where me and my friends go. Just like I try to make it like even though it's kind of like farther away than most. I just like taking my friends and people there that I really get along with because it's really fun to go there. But yeah, that time that we went there was literally the last time me, Rae, and hung out outside of convention and run fair stuff. And then the next time I saw him after that would be the unfortunate last time I would ever see her, and that would be when we went to the Bristol Renaissance Fair this past summer, and we went there. And let me tell you, I spent the money doesn't matter obviously in a situation like this, but I spent a lot of money to Uber there, which I recommend you don't do. If I would have known the way that I went there, if I would have known the way that I used to leave to get there, I probably wouldn't have done that, but I didn't. Because it would have probably been a lot cheaper for me. But anyway, I get there, and we're hanging out and all that stuff. It's amazing. We're having a great time. She gets to see me eat my first turkey leg ever, and that was like a big moment for me because I remember when we went there the first time together, I never was able to get it. I didn't get it because the first time I went with her there, they sold out of the turkey leg, and I was able to get it, and I was like, ugh, I'm gonna come back here next time, and I'm gonna get it. And so I did, and I got it, and it wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. It was kind of it was kind of not that great. It really is. No, I don't recommend it. It wasn't that great. But she was there to see me get it, and she thought that was it was a great it was a thought it was an amazing moment because I was able to have my first turkey leg ever, and so that was that's a memory I won't forget because I thought that was awesome, and amazing. That whole day, I mean, the whole day was amazing when we went to that run fair. That was great. Um, but 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 then after the run fair, like after that day was over and we left and we separated from that, um, we were at. Funny enough, um, I guess I don't know how to word this, but I was actually the last person I think she probably was making plans with before she passed. I think because the week before that she ended up passing away, we were planning to hang out for my birthday because what happened was is that I was is that it all like comes down to a story. So in August, I had a birthday party here at my house in the basement, and I invited them, and I don't know what happened, but they weren't able to come. So it was either we either come to the party or we no I remember I wanted to do something with them for my birthday, and I was also doing this party where I was inviting all like my friends to come over to my house, and we were gonna have this party, which we did. And I remember, and what happened was is that they were like, we either come to the party or we just do this hangout thing. We can't do both. And so I was like, I'll use the party to just see all these people I haven't seen in a long time, and I'll just do that, and then we'll just make time to, see each other on a separate occasion. And I said, okay, we'll do that. And so what happened was that we tried to do something in September, and nothing was working out because she was busy and all that stuff. And so she said, well, let's play it for October. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so I had to wait for literally weeks for her to get her October schedule from work, so we can plan the day that we were going to hang out. And so I was waiting for like forever and ever, and we actually ended up solidifying the date, and the day was going to be, and the day that we were going to see each other was going to be the Friday before she passed. And then what happened was is that on Thursday, she was making her bed, and in her room, her bed was raised off the ground because she wanted space under the bed to store stuff because her room was so tiny. So she had a ladder that she was standing on to make her bed, and the ladder rung that she was standing on broke, and the nail was really long that came out of it, and it got her knee, and it sliced her knee open, and she ended up getting a blood clot out of it, which ended up to her unfortunate passing on that following Tuesday. So I guess I can say I was the last person that she was making plans with because we almost hung out before she passed. Well, I mean, we didn't know she was going to pass from that injury. We all thought that after she got the injury and got all stitched up and all that stuff, that it would just heal up and she would be back to normal, like maybe a few months, maybe next year. But that's not how it ended up being. So it just really sucks that she's no longer with us, man. She was one in a million, man. She was a different kind of cat, man. She was a different kind of cat. Like Like, I haven't met anyone like her before. That like acts like her or anything like that before. That was like she was like different, man. She was really different. And and I'm gonna miss her, man. I'm gonna miss her. And I'm gonna do my best in my lifetime to keep her memory alive as much as I can. Like I'll freaking share any posts about her, post any photos I find about her, anything. Like like talk about her cosplay, talk about her legacy, like anything, man. Like if like I'll freaking I'll be there for the family and all that stuff. Just like it's crazy. Like like she has done so much for me that I have to give back. Like I have to. Like I have no choice at this point. Like she's done so much for me that I gotta get back to the ones she loved. Um it's it's crazy, man, though, that she's no longer with us and that I'll never see her again, man. And how we were this close to hanging out for my birthday. She at least she saw me turn 30, and I should be lucky I'm 30 because she was 26 when she passed, and and I'm 30 now, and I'm personally 30 now, and I'm lucky to be this age, and it's just she lived a great life, man. She lived a great life, and it should not be forgotten. My heart goes out to the family, to her friends, to her girlfriend, obviously, and just everything. Just I'm just I can't believe it. Wow, man, I can't. I just well, I'm hoping that these videos will make you smile or make you laugh or just let you remember the good times that Rae was with us. And hopefully through through this media you'll see the energy that Rae put for me and in the energy that she will put for you depending on which video you're watching. Depending on what video you're watching, you'll see the energy that she had brought to me into her life, into me, out to you, and then the other one you'll see the energy that she'll bring out to you through herself through the video. Um, because you don't need much to know what kind of person she was. She was she was always there for you, man. No matter how how long you knew her for. I knew her for 4 years. I got to know her for 4 years. Basically, as long as I've been in high school. Not since high school, obviously, because I didn't know her back then. But I'm saying, I've known her as as long as I've been in high school, like 4 years, and I got to know her, and we got to become very close, and we got to talk about we got to just talk about stuff, and it was amazing. Um, but if you knew her for like a day, a week, 5 seconds, just like not even me and her, just chatting with her on social media, you didn't need much to know how kind of person she was, and you're always gonna remember that because she always put her 100% into you, no matter how long she knew you, for how much she knew about you. She always was 100% with you, And I'm gonna live on that legacy and do the same. Because I feel I should. In her memory. Not saying I was not like that before, because I was always 100% with everybody, but like I feel like in her memory, I feel like I should, bring her energy that she brought to everyone out to all you. So I will always remember the good times we had. I will always remember everything that we had. Well, I mean, I'll remember all the stuff that I remember that we did. Obviously, I can't remember everything. I'm not that good. My brain's not that good. But I'll remember all the great times we had. I'll remember everything that we did. All the times we shared. Just like everything, man. All the times she was there for me. All that stuff. She was great. She was amazing, and she'll never be forgotten. So, no matter what video you're watching right now, I want you all to, I want all you to have in the back of your head that that if she was alive today, and if you met her, she would have gave 100% of her to you. And you're going to feel it in these videos. Because in one video she would have loved to be there and do these skits in this one video. And in the other video you're gonna feel the kind of person that she was and how much she would have gave to all of you if you ever met her. You're gonna feel this, you're gonna feel the energy. You're gonna feel like, damn, I wish I could have been friends with this person as well. Because that's what she would have wanted. She would have wanted all of us to get along and come into a collective like this and talk to each other. And just get along. Because that's what she would have wanted. And that's what I'm going to provide to all of you. So, enjoy these videos. We love you. We miss you. And your memory will never be forgotten. Well, oh God. Well, hey, I want to welcome everyone back to the very last part of the 100th episode of this podcast, Cyber Bite. And God, if you guys have been listening from the beginning all the way till now, I congratulate you 101% for doing that. Because hopefully you enjoyed everything I have made so far for this 100th episode. But right now, I am ending this 100th episode with people who I consider very close to me in my life, because these people are like, really awesome, really amazing. These guys are like a second family in my life. And they're amazing cosplayers. I look up to all these people in cosplay because I'm completely like down like on the lowest level of cosplay you can ever see, if you guys have seen my Instagram or Twitter or whatever. But today I'm with Ancient Constellation on Twitter from Instagram, which is her first appearance on Cyber Bite. So hey there on that. I'm with Tiff93 KD, Nerdy Pizza Cosplay, also known as the Pizza Boy, and 19 Toothless 98, and I had all these people on my podcast before. You can go listen to them right now. So hi.
Is that my cue or something?
Yeah, they were supposed to say hi. Hi guys.
Oh, right. Hi.
Back.
What up?
But God, can you believe it? 100 episodes, 100 freaking episodes of this podcast. Isn't that nuts?
I mean, it's a feat that, anybody would enjoy, whether you're doing a podcast, TV, stuff like that. It's like 100's a big deal. So nice job, dude.
Hey, thanks, man. I mean, like, when this gets released, it's going to be in the 3rd year of the podcast. So I'm going to be 3 years in by the time this gets released. So that's gonna be really awesome and stuff. I guess first thing I want to ask all of you, because I'm guessing all of you listen to the podcast at least once in your life at some point. Out of all the 99 episodes I have done, which episodes are your favorite?
Raise.
Raise.
You know what? Why am I the unanimous vote?
Because you're my babe. You're my girlfriend. I have to say that. I'm contractually obligated.
Okay. Fine.
Same, but I'm the best friend.
Fine.
But wait, how about Tiff's episode and Katie's episode?
The silence.
Full disclosure, I only watched Raise, so...
No, Tiff's was a good episode. It was nice. Kaden, he just sounded like a Valley girl the entire time.
Well, I'm touched by your kind words, Ray.
No, because my favorite episodes, well, I got a lot of favorite episodes I've done. I mean, like, or if not favorites, highly liked episodes I like more. Like I like all the episodes I do with all of you. Those were all great. The 50th episode was really awesome. I really loved that one. The episode I did with Brian Swan when he was still talking with me, that one was really good. That was episode 7. What are episodes that I like? God, I did a lot. No, I did. I also want to say thank you to all the people who are highly more famous than me coming on here, because they didn't have to do that, but they did, and that was awesome for them to come on here and talk about their careers and their lives, which was pretty amazing. You guys probably have seen it on the many things I post. What do you guys like? What do you guys think of, like, of just, like, you know, life right now? Because, you know, we're in quarantine, we're out in the middle, we're literally in the middle of this pandemic right now, and who knows when it'll be all cleared and done with. So what do you guys think?
It is what it is, my dude.
Yeah. I'm about to say, nothing's really changed considering I still work, so...
I wear a face mask to work, but that's pretty much the only difference.
Excuse me.
You are not excused.
Bitch, I'm the king.
You fucking wish.
The explosion murderer next to you, bitch.
Yeah, you got Red Riot right next to you.
Oh man, harder, daddy.
Mm.
So I sent Em an invite. Hopefully she'll hop on.
Oh, there she is. You here? No, Emmy.
That's my thing!
Oh, come on. Oh. You here?
I'm here.
Oh, you can hear us?
Sorry. Yes. Sorry. For some reason, like, we were in the middle of everything, and my audio just completely shut off.
It's all good. Happens.
All right. So yeah, we were talking about the pandemic, and we're in the middle of it, and I'm gonna edit all that out that just happened. But yeah, pandemic, in the middle of it. What are we gonna do? Like, what are we gonna do after, like, it passes over? Like, do you think life's gonna be the same, or do you think we're gonna be strict on limits?
Well, I think at this rate, like, we're going through all these phases and everything, and they're reopening everything slowly, so they're gonna see what happens with that. But my question is, what is it all gonna happen leading up to the fall and the winter when it's back to cold and flu season? Because there might be a slight number of cases dropping now, but what's going to happen once cold and flu season comes back and the numbers start rising up again? So it's all going to depend on what's going to happen.
Yeah, the last time the most of us, you know, were all in the same room in person was Count Delete, and, like, Count Delete was interesting. I wish my panel was on video, because I would have put that thing on DVD faster than anything. But like did you guys like the panel, right? What was your favorite part about that panel? if you have any memories of that panel.
Which panel are you talking about, Steven? Because I know we were involved in like 2 panels, so which one are you going with?
Mine.
Oh, yours? Oh.
I thoroughly enjoyed being confused the entire time.
Basically, yeah. It was because it's like because we were both in cosplays of 2 different characters. I was in my Razor Carcat, and Rae was in Shiro from Voltron, which is a cosplay that Rae has not done in years, but she only brought it out for nostalgic purposes. So it's just it's a whole confusing thing. So that's probably the best part.
My favorite part was outing Rae about her anime guilty pleasure.
Em, I love you so much.
Anime guilty pleasure. Oh no.
She's pouting.
Rae, we love you.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know I love you. You've been my rock through this whole thing, so I love you.
Uh-huh. He just loved having somebody to tease.
Hey, you tease me all the time, Rae. You tease me all the time, especially, when it was your podcast interview with Steven, you told all those stories about me, like the one that happened on my birthday. So, talk about pure teasing.
Hey, I like that story. That story was cool. That story was funny. I mean, you're like, oh my god, like, and you like freaking like, it was awesome.
Yeah, but it's the stuff before that. That's what she's teasing me about.
No, the when you came on and you told me about M in 19/2/98 for the very first time, I was like, who are those guys? And I didn't, and I remember, and that's when I remembered that I met them at Con Delete 2016 for the very first, no, 2017 for the first time, and that was wild because I totally forgot about them for a little while until you brought them up again. And I was like, yeah, I remember them. They were pretty cool. I mean,
Thank you.
so like, what am I trying to? Oh, here's a question I want to ask. So when Tiff came on the Serpent's Pit a few weeks ago, or a month ago, or how long has it's been, we were talking about what we would do if there's a dragon in our yard right now, if they were trained or not trained. I want to throw that to all of you now. What would you guys do if there's a dragon in your yard, trained or not trained?
Oh, I wasn't prepared for this conversation.
Well, Tiff, you already said your answer on the episode, but I want to know everyone else's answer.
I think we need a recap of what Tiff's answer was so that we can all be on the same page.
Agreed.
Well, don't you want my answer?
No, you're just the man asking the questions.
Well,
I'm kidding.
Well, if you guys want my answer, well, Tiff, do you want to recite your answer if you want?
Okay, so the question is, what would happen if you see a dragon sitting in the front yard?
Yeah, like in your yard, and it was trained or not trained. I think you said it, and I think I said if it wasn't trained, and you gave your answer for that.
Okay, I'm trying to think. I think my answer was if it was not trained, Oh, what?
Otherwise, Steven could go first, that we have an example answer.
Okay, yeah, Steven, you go first.
So my answer was that like if the dragon's bigger than me, if it's bigger than me, and it was in my backyard right now and it wasn't trained, I freaking would like I'm gonna recite this again. I'm gonna throw it out on my own podcast so people understand. I would never ever in my life ever be a dragon slayer, never. But if it was trying to kill me, like if it was literally having its intentions to kill me, like I would grab my vest, my tactical vest that I use for my OC, grab some kind of baseball bat or something, and freaking like poke it, so it doesn't like get so I can get his attention or whatever or something.
I don't remember the word poke being in that conversation, but I do remember saying that is a bad idea because the minute the dragon sees you all wearing that, it's like, oh great, another guy who's trying to kill me. And the next thing you know, that dragon is going to probably want to attack you first, or let alone take its tail and whack you like all the way up till you hit the wall. That is not the best approach.
Well, I remember your answer. Your answer was that you would call someone, and you'd be like there's a dragon in my neck. I don't know what the F to do. I can play it back if you want me to.
No, I don't. That's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, I mean, like, was that what you would still do if that were to happen?
Well, I mean, now that I think about it more, probably not. If the dragon was obviously untrained, I mean, I would probably, I don't know, I would still probably call, like, someone to help me figure out what to do so that way I'm calm, but it's like I've never dealt with a dragon before, so it's just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's fine. I mean, like, but like, how about like for everyone else? Everyone else here, what would you guys do?
I mean, if the dragon's found its way to my neck of the woods, and is in my yard specifically, I mean, I'd probably just go... I mean, dragons are usually portrayed as sentient at least a little bit, so I think the logical thing to do would just go ask what it needs.
That's true. I mean, like, they're usually not dangerous unless you make it dangerous, so...
As most things are not. You respect them and they respect you.
Yeah. I know that Rae would saddle the thing up and be like, this baby's gonna be mine.
Ooh.
Well, you see, there's a whole catch there, fam.
Here we go.
Are you
Here we
ready
go.
for this bullshit? Because you have a long-ass answer coming your way.
Here we go.
See, your
Oh.
prompt is okay in theory, but you need to give me more information before I decide to do anything, because unlike you, I would not poke anything with a stick.
Exactly.
Poking
things
things will irritate it and piss it off. If you have a snake in your garden, you're not going to poke it, are you? Because then it would strike. Same thing with any other animal. You poke it and you piss it off, it's going to be pissed. So, second of all, if it's already agitated, I'm going to try and find a way to calm it down, or give it space until it has a moment to actually calm itself down. Because a human is probably going to be seen as a threat, just like with most other animals, because we're foreign to them. And if it comes rambling out of the woods and it's just like, oh yeah, hey, I'm in my natural habitat, what the fuck is that? You don't want to make any sudden movements either. Yes, like an iguana. Now we also have to take into consideration how big the thing is. So if it's huge and towering over me, I might just kind of sit there under a rock and wait and see what's going on, read it, that sort of thing. Do some, like, observation bullshit. But if it's a smaller one, about the size of a dog or smaller, then maybe approaching it in some way would be okay. But you said earlier that I was angry, so overall, you should proceed with caution, just like what Em said.
Proceed with caution, yeah, I know. I mean, I honestly, I'm saying that, but if it were to actually happen, I'd probably be doing what I'm doing right now, sitting in my chair right now, in my room, looking at the thing, just being like, well, shit, there's a dragon in my yard.
You just contradicted yourself.
But no, I'm saying that's what I would in reality would do. I mean, like I would love to do, like, try to do some. I would love to try to befriend it, or try to not make love with it, make affection with it.
Mm-hmm.
Make affection with it?
Uh-huh. See, this is how this whole thing started, Rae. This is how the whole thing started.
That I don't know about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'll admit I'd be okay with, like, some interesting things, but, like, that's me.
Take notes.
He knows. It's fine.
Can I change my answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
I roll seduction.
Oh no!
Critical one.
Yes, the card
Wait,
has
wait, wait,
entered the chat.
Wait, hold on. There was one thing I did remember saying in the podcast, because Stephen was talking about how you would deal with a dragon. He said something about how would just stare it down and everything. But I said, like, I don't think stare would do it as much, because I did say something where the only dragon that would slay is Rae.
That is freaking true. I'm not gonna lie. That's true. Let's be honest here. Well, M knows it's right.
I'm the top.
You can keep thinking that, babe. It's okay.
I say this all with love.
And I didn't say it. All I said was that M could, if a dragon was trying to attack, M would just have to stare at it, because she has that stare that she could just stare at it and it would be like, oh, I get you.
Staring don't work.
I am the mom friend after all.
Have you guys seen the new stuff on Disney Plus lately? I mean, because like there's Onward's on there now. Star Wars. What?
I do not have Disney Plus, so no.
You can bootleg off mine.
Or mine.
Okay.
Or mine.
Wait, Tiff, you have Disney Plus too?
Yeah. It's my little sister's, but yeah, it's like, I'm surprised, Stephen, for the fact that you think I'm this Disney fanatic that I wouldn't have Disney Plus. I'm shocked.
No. I know that you're a Disney fan. It's just like when I talk about it with you, you never want to talk about it with me, and I always try to bring it up, and I go like, hey, like, when, like, for example, like, Goofy came back in DuckTales recently. Isn't that awesome?
Well, then again, it's because I haven't watched DuckTales, so it's like I haven't seen it, so it's hard for me to be able to give an answer based on something that I have not seen.
Oh God! I binged it in like 3 days.
Really, you need to calm down.
I have a lot of time on my hands.
I mean, this wasn't intentional, but this wasn't intentional at all. But all my favorite cartoons are actually made by Disney right now, and that wasn't even intentional. Because I like Amphibia, Big City Greens, and what's that one? The Owl House. Those are my top 3 right now, and they're all made by Disney, and it wasn't even intentional to be that way. They just happened to be really good.
I think the last thing I recently watched on Disney Plus was Big Hero 6.
That's an awesome movie, isn't it great?
Frozen 2.
I have not seen Frozen 2 yet.
Yeah, but Tiff, isn't Big Hero 6 amazing?
Big Hero 6, I liked it. In fact, I was watching... Kaden! Are you... How drunk are you?
Severely.
I'm not even tipsy. I'm hyper.
Anyway.
Yeah, we talked about 14 Mountain Dew. Sorry.
Anyways, as I was saying, I was actually watching Big Hero 6 because it was during a time when I actually recently did lose a friend from the virus, and Rae recommended it to me. And it actually did make me feel a little better. So...
Did you actually like the concept and the movie and all that stuff, and did you actually end up watching the cartoon, which is also on Disney Plus?
I haven't seen the cartoon yet. I've only seen the movie so far. It's just during the process of time. I haven't had time to watch the cartoon, because especially this is when I was like getting back to working a lot at Heroes. So it was just like my mind was like totally different place. So it's just, I'm gonna ease into it, but I haven't seen it yet.
I've been trying to finish Adventure Time because I want to start watching that. I want to start getting into My Hero, so people can say like, hey, have you watched My Hero yet? And I finally say, yeah, I watched it, and here's my opinion on it. And whatchamacallit, and then like I also want to get into I want to watch the first episode of Magi just to see if I like it, and if I like it, then I'll continue watching it. that's
Dude,
all.
you gotta give anime more than one episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you have.
You gotta give it at least the first 10.
Yeah, it's the first 10, because if you don't like it within the first 10, it's like then it's not for you. But you have to go the first 10, especially not only get like a feel for.
Like, especially Magi, because the storyline is so huge,
Oh.
and you have multiple series based off it.
It's pretty dense, so you kind of have to give it a while to get going and get
Yeah.
everyone introduced.
Yeah, Magi. Yeah, Magi is not one of those where you just watch it in one episode and determine if you like it or not. That's a 10-episoder one, because it's like, do you like the story? Because if you don't like the story, then you're not gonna like the show.
Well, it's like oh, so I gotta at least watch like the 10 episodes you say for me to be like I like it or not. Then,
Yes.
Watch The Adventures of Sinbad, you'll be hooked.
Yep.
Yep.
Is Adventures of Sinbad like the OVA to Magi or?
The Adventures of Sinbad is pretty much almost like a prequel to The Labyrinth of Magic. It's the story of Sinbad's like adventures to how he became the King of Syndria when he was like younger. So you're gonna see and how like he got all of his like household members and stuff like that.
And how he's gay for Yunnan.
Well, Yunnan does have a thing for lemons, so I'm not surprised.
And Jafar.
Well, I mean, well, I want to put.
I will always be that black sun. It'll be the black sin.
Well,
Oh.
You want to fight, Judar?
Oh,
go.
you know I love to fight.
Oh, everyone's fighting over my dick.
Your dick's not that good.
They killed you not in that fanfic!
No, he didn't. No, it did not.
Yes, it did. It
Oh,
said
no.
he closed his eyes for the last time.
I'm pretty sure that was
He
me.
was worn yeah, because he was worn out. He was going to sleep. So that's what you do. That's what you do at the end of the night.
But it would say for that night at the end if he was gonna live.
Not necessarily.
Oh god, here we go. We're fighting over fan fiction. This is great.
God.
No. Mike's like dirty laundry.
Speaking of fan fiction, has anyone here attempted to read mine that I made?
No.
No.
It's Adventure Time in Homestuck, so
Is it gay?
no, it's not
Gotta
gay.
be gay.
It's not gay.
Then no.
Yeah, no. If there's no instance of gay in it, then it's not interesting.
Vriska's in it though, and she's acting like a B word.
Yeah, but then again, not a lot of us like Vriska.
I'm sorry, but Silence Disciple is the only acceptable heteroship.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything else has to be gay.
Or at least a hint of it.
A hint.
Full disclosure, since this is being recorded, I am saying that with sarcasm.
Yeah, same.
Same.
The thing I want to add too is that I don't think I told you all of this, but I'm just gonna say it now. Is that I'm actually working on my 3rd cosplay. Yeah, isn't that's a new high for me because I only done 2 so far. But I'm working on my.
Boy, we're in quarantine. Get on it.
Well, I mean, I can't spend money right now. When I go back to my job, I can. But when I get money flown in, I'm actually gonna be cosplaying something that that Rae made, and I'm gonna be cosplaying a character out of something that she made, and it's gonna be pretty. I feel it's gonna be pretty awesome in the end result.
Oh, I did that one time.
You did?
Rae, you remember that?
Remember what?
That one time I cosplayed one of your characters.
Yes.
Little evil boy with the red jacket.
Yeah, Shane.
Ooh.
Him?
Many, many, many years ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Aw, that's cute.
Triggered.
I was trying to get the approval because I was smitten.
Mm.
Well,
But BB, all you had to do was jump into Disciple and you had my heart.
Oh.
A little gay.
well,
Shut up.
You know what? Although you know what's funny about this whole thing? I remember when I first met Rae, I was Nepeta, and as I'm being the disciple, it's just like, Wow, it takes a cat-like character to get Rae interested.
You guys should see her face right now.
What like my little catnip and Rae is ready to go.
I guess I'm just a raging homosexual.
Oh, raging homosexual.
And that
Oh,
was
wait, never mind. Correct, I'm bisexual, but it's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, Rae, we love you, Rae. We love you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we love to make jokes on cats and stuff. So yee.
No,
Don't do that.
I'm going to.
You're not allowed.
Not too bad.
Okay, we're gonna end whatever's going on between them out. So.
So
Nothing is going on.
but yeah, pretty much the character I'm cosplaying, his name is Jake from this comic called Flyer, and so I'm gonna freaking for what I'm gonna say. So like for inspiration and to dedicate the character to it, I'm just gonna make his last name Flyer and call him Jake Flyer because they give respect to the comic of where he's from, and so like I'm gonna be him, and that's gonna be pretty epic. Hopefully have him done by next year's Anime Midwest or Con Out Delete if I can make it to Con Out Delete this year. But
Yeah, have fun with Zinc. That's all I have to say. That asshole.
My babies.
yeah, what?
My babies. I
Yes, you do.
Okay, he's fine. Of course he does.
Freaking pervert.
Oh God! Oh God!
Yes, he is.
So, Steven, do you want to know, like, maybe some upcoming cosplays for possibly, like, us?
Well, yeah, because you know, for me, I don't have very many cosplays coming up besides that one so far. But for you guys, what you guys have coming up?
Well, I have gotten really into My Hero Academia, and as of right now, I am getting caught up on the 4th season, so I'm, like, almost done. But I have a lot of BNH cosplays. There's a couple you guys have already seen, which is like Ida Tenya and Mina Ashido, which I'm actually very proud of Mina because I use the makeup technique that M taught me about cutting the paint, and I think it turned out really good.
I'm honored.
Go check his TikTok. It's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have like a few more BNH cosplays that I'm going to plan on doing. I'm going to do Denki Kaminari, aka Pikachu. And then I got Jiro on the way. So, and then Rae gave me the idea of the fact that since I'm actually small enough, I did a cos test for Aerie. So, and it actually turned out kind of nice.
That's pretty cool. I'm not familiar with the characters, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna look awesome in the end. But which one do you want to do the most? Out of all this?
Oh, the which one I'm kind of excited for because I've been just going through TikTok to find a lot of audios, and I am very excited to do Kaminari. Because there's just so much comedy I could do with him. Because Kaminari's character is basically a combination of somewhat smart, but really, really dumb. So.
I'm gonna do Deku at one point. That's gonna get done. I don't know when, but I want to do Deku. He's gonna be on my list. Because he's my favorite color, and not my favorite shade of green, but favorite color. And character. Alright,
Stop fapping.
What is going on?
Are you scratching a lottery ticket? Because Because I tell you.
No, I'm shaking a bottle.
Oh.
Ooh, chicken.
Oh my god. Even for the bedroom you.
Babe, that's kinky.
Oh no. How about you? What's your upcoming cosplays?
I don't really know off the top of my head. I don't have any that I'm like have a set timeline for that I'm like really going hard for. I'm mostly just like my projects have been mostly like, well, what do I have in my fabric stash and what can I make into what kind of deal. So I've been doing more like Renaissance fair costumes, not really anyone.
Night Elf Aura.
I mean, well, yeah, there's Night Elf Aura, but
Rae and Kaden, do you guys have anything coming up cosplay wise? Or are you guys all good?
Wait, you can go first. I don't really have anything. I mean, except for the fact that I'm redoing Psionic.
Psionic. The Psionic. D-Psionic.
Psionic.
Yes.
Yes.
But other than that, I don't really have much, considering I'm still in retirement, so I don't really have anything like...
Come out of retirement, you old man.
So. What about you, Rae?
Well, I don't know. I have a lot of revamping of old characters that I want to do, or like instead of just having a closet variation, I want to kind of actually put the effort in and make costumes for some, such as Bakugo. But I guess if I had to pick one that I know I want to do, that would be Juka from Glacius. And then Thorin Oakenshield from The Hobbit.
Daddy.
Oh boy.
Bag and Shield, here we come.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, put me on the record for
also,
Villa Baggins, I guess.
Wait.
Yee. Also, there was information that I just received about 20 minutes ago that I got accepted into a group on TikTok that is doing a Zodiac war. So you get to pick a Zodiac and create pieces for that. So I'm the Virgo in there. So I'll be doing that.
Yay! Representing your sign. I'm also Virgo.
Yeah.
I'm Virgo too because my birthday's on the 1st of September. So.
Yes.
But
Well, your guys' birthdays are close together, and then I'm all the way out in left field.
left field. No, that's.
That's actually true because I've actually been thinking about this. Like, in Homestuck, you have Rose, Dave, and Jade. All their birthdays are so close together, and then you have Egbert's, which is all the way out in April. That's how I see it with like me, Kate, and Rae, and Emily. It's like Emily is the John Egbert, where it's like then we have me, Rae, and Kaden. All of our birthdays are all together, so it's like
literally all of your guys' birthdays are in September.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Rose, Dave, and Jay's are all in December, and then you have John's is in April, and then Rae, me, and Kaden are all September, and Emily's is in March.
And mine, I'm in September too, but I'm on September 1st, so.
Yeah, literally all of you guys, everyone else here has their birthday in September, save for me.
Yep.
Yeah, but like, are you the 1st of your month? Just asking.
No, I'm the 5th.
Oh, you're the 5th. Well, that's close. It's close.
Damn it, I'm still the baby!
Quick question. How many siblings does Ara have?
4. Wait, 4
She's
including...
the 5th.
Yeah, she... Son of a...
It's 4.
Oh, it just all came well together.
No. I'm not trying to swerve off the subject, but it's raining like hell by my house right now, and it's sunny at the same time. How is this?
Why do you think my dad had to tell me to come down in the basement? Because we had like a tornado warning thing, and then now it's like now I'm sitting here in my basement.
Yeah, I wonder if it's heading our way, because it's clear Like, it's cloudy, but it's not raining or anything. It's just really mild out.
It's kind of thunderstorming near me.
Like, what is the most Homestuck thing that you guys want to do right now? Out of cosplay or TikTok or whatever. Like, what do you want to do Homestuck wise?
I mean, to be completely honest, I don't really think about Homestuck that much anymore. Like, I don't
Yeah.
dislike it, but, like, it's not first on my, like, thought priority.
Yeah, it's just like
If that
over
makes
the.
sense.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. It's like over the course of time, it's just the longer you've been in Homestuck, it's like, and then you move on to other things. It's just like Homestuck's not like there at the top of the list because especially more or less where it's like, okay, been there, done that.
Yeah.
Like, I still love my ancestors, but, like, I've just recently got into the Arcana, so I've been, like, hyper-fixating on that instead. So, I guess I just don't think about Homestuck as much as I did.
Yeah, because I feel like Homestuck today, like I feel like Homestuck became such a thing that it's no longer like a thing. It's like a lifestyle at this point. It's like when you're in Homestuck, you're Homestuck for life, even though you don't. If you're not there at the moment, it's still in you somehow. Like it's ingrained in you somewhere. It's like one of those kind of things. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like you could make an argument to say that's the same thing about anything that's got a fandom to it. Like,
Yeah.
Pretty
it
much.
doesn't really. You still know the story. It doesn't necessarily quote unquote leave you, but I think interest can fluctuate.
That's true. But like, I also want to throw out there to everyone who's listening to this as well is that you can for anyone who comes to conventions here in the Midwest, Chicago in particular. If you guys ever been to the Circus Stuck panel, which is Tiff's panel that she hosts like almost every year, and if you want, there's merch for it. There's a, you can if you contact me, there's a shirt already made for it. But if you guys want anything in particular made for it, like in your own special way or whatever, just contact me, and I'll get that done for you, and we can work out stuff and get that sent to you. So. I guess it can be commissioned because it has to be changed if you want. So there you go for people who want that. Have you got to Tiff? Have you got the wear your shirt out yet? Got the show it around?
I have. I haven't gotten shown around, but I've worn it, and my mom just did a wash for it, and so far, like, everything has looked good. Like, nothing's been faded, nothing's been, like, peeled off or anything, so far, it's been good. So.
Did I do a good job on it? Did the colors come out right? Did it look all good? All that?
Yeah. Colors good. Everything is good. Good.
When I go back to work and I'm finally making money again and I finally can buy stuff, I'm gonna buy mine and mine's gonna say For Life on the back of it because Ringmaster wouldn't make sense. So because when you're in Circus Stuck, it becomes part of you. I feel that's how impactful it is. I think that's how well you orchestrated this panel that you made.
I appreciate that, Stephen. I appreciate how you feel, and I mean, I want to say that that's what I would expect, but then again, it's different for how people see it, whether they were in my panel or not. But I think it's more of, do they have an interest, and if they like it, then great. But I'm not expecting everyone to like it because they have their own opinions. So It's just, it is what it is. But I do appreciate those who like Circus Stuck and like with what I've done with it, and that's it. And if there's no one who doesn't like it, then you know what? It's fine. I'm cool with it. I'm not expecting everybody to like it.
I want to talk about my panel for a little bit, if that's okay. I mean, because I feel like my panel needs a lot of work, obviously. Because the first one was kind of because it was 9:30 on Sunday morning at Dice Show, and nobody showed up because 9:30 in the morning on a Sunday, who's going to do that? But the second one, obviously the one that you guys were in at Count Out Delete, that one I feel like was so much better than the first one, because if you've seen the first one and then watched the second one, you would see like differences 100%. But like I feel like I want my panel to be more like, I mean, I take inspirations off, like Homestuck Shenanigans and Circus Stuck and other random panels I've seen of other fandoms that I saw on YouTube. And I just like I love fan interaction. Like that's what I want to do. Like I want my podcast panel to be something where like there's fan interaction going on, and that's why when I did it, I was trying my best to like have the people involved somehow, and you guys involved with the people somehow, because that's like I didn't want to be lopsided. You know what I'm saying?
I do, but the thing is, Stephen, like your panel is about your podcast. It's a little bit more tricky with that because it is about your podcast. It's not so much of like where Homestuck Shenanigans is basically like improv, where it's a lot of acting. So it just you trying to do that, it's confusing, and it kind of just like sets off from what it's the panel's supposed to be about, which is about your podcast. Now, if in the panel like you were doing it more as like it was a Q&A between the two of us, it would have worked out, and then we could have had the audience like ask questions about us after you did the interview. So, because it's just like the whole thing when you do in games, it's probably kind of like what made it so confusing. Am I saying this right?
I think I follow along with what you're getting at as being somebody who was present.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're saying that right. No, I get it. I am making a panel though that makes more sense called Anime Family Feud, where it's gonna be Homestuck versus My Hero in the first one. See how that goes. Hopefully that works out.
That might be dangerous.
Yeah, because considering Homestuck, it's not actually counted as an anime. It's a webcomic. And it's just like it just doesn't fit. If you were to put like one anime against a different kind of anime, okay, that might be interesting, but it's just you're putting a webcomic up against an anime and people are going to get very confused by it. So because it's just like they don't mash.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I thought it'd be interesting. I thought it'd be interesting. Like you see like this whole different thing go up against an anime, and people would be like, you know, Dave Strider, Todoroki, this is their ship because you know they're badasses in their own fandoms, you know, something like that. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. But that's what I was thinking. I don't know if I'm gonna go with it.
Steven, have you even watched My Hero?
Episode 1, but I've seen clips. I've seen clips of My Hero.
You haven't even also watched the first 10 of My Hero?
Right.
That's another one of those animes where you have to watch the first 10 episodes in order to understand and feel. You can't, it's one of those things where it's like, again, you can't just watch one episode and then you think you got a whole basic idea. You have to watch the first 10 to understand where the storyline's going, what the characters are, and if you like it, then you continue watching it. But if you don't, then that's your thing. But you at least have to watch the first 10 to get a basic understanding. You just then can't make off a panel where it's off this, where you don't have a basic concept. It's like we're in Homestuck. Like, you have to read up to a certain, like, point as to, okay, am I interested or not? Which I know for a fact, because if people first read Homestuck, yes, the first few chapters are boring, so they may not read on to it. But if they are willing to, but if they do like it, it's like, then they can continue on to see how much it goes on. Same thing with like My Hero. It's like you have to watch the first 10 episodes and like understand the storyline.
I feel like after I watched The Dark Crystal, the first episode, that was an hour long. I feel like I learned everything in that 1 hour. In that whole 1 hour I sat in front of my television watching The Dark Crystal, and I was like, I probably learned so much in this 1 hour about this show than I have in like the first 10. I mean, like, is that fair? Or is that another one of those shows where I gotta sit there for 10 episodes, so 10 hours pretty much to freaking understand it?
No, it's not 2 hours. Because if you're looking at anime, episodes are only roughly about 20 minutes. So if you break that down, you're looking at maybe 2 hours.
No, wait, I'm talking about The Dark Crystal, because their episodes are 1 hour each, so that's 10 hours.
Oh, well, yeah, that's worth it, though.
Yeah, it's worth it. Because the thing is, it's, again, you can't just understand what's going on in just one episode. That's why they have multiple episodes, because not only does it continue with the storyline, but it also introduces you to the characters and what their key role is to what's going on throughout the entire show, because every character has a key purpose for why they are there. because they have not only just their own story, but they're a part of the big main story altogether.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's not that I'm not patient. I mean, I am. I mean, I have so many shows I'm catching up on that like I just gotta figure out what show I want to catch up on first. So
You are not working now, correct?
what?
You're not currently working, right?
No.
You be slacking, boy. Get watching.
Yeah, since you're not working right now, you've got plenty of time to catch up on all the shows that you need to.
That's true. This quarantine has got me so bored that I haven't even been watching wrestling. I haven't even been watching that. That's how slacking I've been on this quarantine.
Wait, what haven't you been watching?
I haven't even been watching my wrestling stuff. That's how slacking I've been.
Wrestling's like a whole different thing.
Yeah, I know, but still, I mean, that's how I just been taking this quarantine as like, oh, I don't have to go to work now. Like that, like this feels good. Like I never had to do that. I haven't had this since I graduated college back in 2013, and it felt nice.
Well, I mean, you're probably taking it a lot better than especially most people nowadays. Like, I'm especially feeling bad for, like, some of my coworkers who are, like, graduating, like, college and stuff, and their graduation is, like, postponed. So it's, like, it's really hard on them right now.
Mm-hmm. I feel bad for the people who can't have a graduation or lost someone to the virus and all that stuff. Like, I feel bad for all of them. But I even as right now, as I'm sitting here and talking, I get kind of scared, like, going back to work because, like, you know, I'm going to be exposed to this virus at my job, even though we're wearing masks. But still, who knows what can happen?
Well, I mean, yes, but just as long as you just continue to take the health precautions where you just wash your hands every 15 minutes, always wear gloves. Like, the way how we do it at Heroes, like, if you're on curbside, you have to wear a mask and be wearing gloves to bring the food to the customers because obviously, like, the customers aren't going to be wearing gloves, but you have to because it's that kind of thing. And then when you come into the restaurant after bringing the receipt in, you got to change your gloves, like, right away.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I heard that restaurants in Illinois started doing outdoor seating but not indoor seating.
Well, yes, as of right now, there are some restaurants that are going to start opening up for outdoor dining. I know my restaurant at Heroes West, they are going to be opening for outdoor dining probably, I don't know if it's this Friday or next Friday, but that's what their plan is. So I'll probably be getting back to work soon. But as of yet, probably not all restaurants in Illinois, but there's probably going to be some of them. So, but let's see what's going to happen.
I mean, like I don't know when I'm gonna be able to even see like people again. I mean, like beside like outside my job, like I don't know when I'm gonna be able to like do other things again, because I when I've been sitting here for these past 2 months just not working, I've been thinking of like how these 2 months would have been if this has not happened. Like if there wasn't a quarantine, there wasn't a virus, I probably would have been you know working, obviously, but probably would have done a lot of other things. I don't know, like I don't know, like what not watch more stuff, but probably like gone places. Like probably been at the mall more than I have than I had. All in all, it's just pretty amazing that I made to 100 episodes. Just 100 freaking episodes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As I sit in the corner very, very deeply. No, I'm kidding. No,
What's in that corner? What is in that corner?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, dragons! Why am I not surprised?
Well, I mean, I am sort of getting into Dungeons and Dragons, sort of. It piques my interest. What else we got over here? Oh, we got a Packard Bell from the 90s. If you guys remember that.
No.
No.
Wait, you got
Sorry.
wait, you guys didn't grow up on like backyard baseball, Lego racers, none of that?
I
No.
didn't.
I grew up in mud puddles.
Same.
You grew up in mud puddles? What, you grew up in a small town of 800 people.
Well, I also used to live on a farm, so
He's a farm boy.
Farm, no, like BOI, farm boy.
No, I'm sorry, but most of my childhood, I grew up on dancing.
In your childhood?
Yeah, I've been like I danced when I started like when I was 3 years old. So and that was dancing was then throughout most of my childhood, up until I graduated high school when I was 18.
Yeah, how did I grow? Me growing up, I mean, like, I moved like 3 times my whole childhood, or probably 4. Yeah, 4 times, because when I was born, I was living in Arlington Heights, and then I moved to Mount Prospect, and then I moved down the street and around the corner of Mount Prospect to a different apartment, and then I moved to Schaumburg, and then I moved where I live now. So I moved so many damn times that I have like my childhood is mainly in Mount Prospect, so I could tell you that place back and forth because I lived there most of my life. But Schaumburg, I can tell a lot about that too because I lived there for quite a long time. But I don't know if I told all you guys this, but I used to live. I probably told most of you guys this, but I used to live 5 minutes when I was growing up. I used to live like 5 minutes down the street from Mitsuwa.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, the Japanese market thing in Mount Prospect over there. Yeah, I used to live 5 minutes down the street from that, and
Oh, nice.
I never been. Oh, my mom told me I supposedly had been there when I was little, but I don't remember that. And I remember a lot, but I don't remember that. No, Em, you're awfully quiet. Are you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just listening.
But no, I mean, like, what? No, what is it? What is what childhood memories do you guys have that you remember the most, that you loved the most?
I mean, I was a strange kid. I grew up on musical theater and classic rock, so
So, like, do you have any like fond memories that were awesome that you remember?
my first concert was Bon Jovi and in 4th grade,
Yay.
and my parents took me for my 7th birthday to see Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, so jealous.
How about Tiff? Obviously, you said dancing. You grew up on dancing. Do you have a favorite dancing memory when you were younger? Then.
I wouldn't say memory, but I will say this. Up until like when it was 2002, so I was like in 2nd grade. Like the teacher I heard that, Ray.
what?
I heard you laughing just now. So
It's fine. Everything's fine.
okay. Anyways, as I was saying, since like 2nd grade, this was my very first dance teacher. Her name was Miss Diane, and she was an amazing teacher. And the thing was, like, how everybody's got like favorites, and it was like up until after Miss Diane left, it was like she made me feel like I had something special. Like she made me feel like I had talent. And I distinctly remember there was this one tap routine. I was like literally in the very front. No one else was with me because everybody else was behind me, but I was in the front. And everybody, like, because I was like the one that actually knew the routine the best. So I was like dead center in the front. And it's like everybody else is watching me. And it's like I was looking at the video like many years ago after that. It's like, what the heck? I did that? It's like, oh my god.
Like you pulled it off.
And then it's like after that, it's like, what happened? It's like it's like after that we went to like different studios, and it's like I was then like mostly in the back most of the time, which is like I didn't care, but it's just like or whatever because it's just like wow, because now I'm experiencing it over the years. It's like I don't understand. Like certain teachers have favorites, and it's just like but I guess that's a pretty good memory from my childhood. So.
Before Ray and Kaden say theirs, I want to say is that for some reason I don't know if it was my parents who were doing this to me or it was just me just choosing curriculums when I was in junior high, but for some reason I got myself stuck in choir for like a semester, and for some reason in junior high I was a choir kid for like one semester for some reason.
Ew.
You knock it off.
I don't like choir kids.
Yeah, I know you don't
They're
like
a bunch of stuck-ups.
I never became a choir kid as they say, but I was like in choir, and I don't know why, but I did.
We used to call them. That's what we used to call them.
You're horrible.
I know.
It was weird. It was never my thing, and I suck at singing now, and I sucked at singing then, so it never really helped me much. But anyway, Kaden and what? No, not Kaden and Kaden and Ray, what are your favorite memories when you were a kid?
That's not a favorite, Kaden.
I don't know.
That's a memorable one, but no. You're not allowed to use that one.
Sure.
Do
you mean like as separate or as Ray and I grew up together?
Separate, but I could already probably assume together, but separate.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
That was one of my favorites.
Oh god. Okay, so as for separate, Kaden, do you have one?
Not really. I didn't really have a childhood.
Oh, that just sounds so sad.
That's deep. That's really deep.
There were no.
It's your mom's.
That was lady wasn't mine.
No, but it was a dog in your childhood, and you loved her to death, and you still cry over her.
Oh, lady.
Okay, well, since Caden's being mean and not wanting to share, my favorite was probably going to the pumpkin patch.
Oh, you country bumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Oh, I remember. Doggy.
Stop it. As for together, Kaden, do you want to tell the story?
No.
I think you should tell the story.
No, you don't. I can't.
I can assume what the story's gonna be, but go ahead.
No.
Okay, well, there's two that are connected because I think it was the same birthday party.
No.
No, I was thinking of you being the Oregon twins in your classroom, but.
Oh yeah. No.
Yep.
Oh God, this is gonna be fun.
House.
Okay, so.
Oh, there's like 3 that are kind of connected.
Okay, shut up. So, coincidentally, all of our favorite ones happened at my birthday parties. So, the first one was when I had a bunch of people over, I think it was 4th grade.
Yeah, it was when we first met.
Yeah, 4th grade when we first met. And we're all sitting at the table digging into the ice cream, right? And my mom went out and was the biggest gem on the face of the planet, and she bought all of the toppings. You had the magic shell, you had the strawberry, the butterscotch, the caramel, and the whipped cream.
Oh.
So Kaden, when my mom's back is turned, decides to reach across the table and grab the whipped cream. My mom turns around and catches him in the middle of shooting the entire bottle in his mouth.
Oh.
Mind you, this is like completely okay in my household when I was this age.
Oh.
Yeah, we had a party of like 8 people there, Kaden. We don't want your mouth germs.
Oh jeez.
Oh, man.
So then, what was it? I think it was your 16th birthday.
Yeah.
2 things happened.
Well, go ahead and tell it.
So the first one, coincidentally, she did the same thing, but got like the big old tub of whipped cream. And Ray proceeded to shove some in my hair. And I started chasing her because I got pissed. next thing you know, because it's dark out, I trip on a stump and halfway open my knee up.
There's
Oh
still
my-
a scar, right?
I have a giant crescent-shaped scar on my left knee from this
You
bitch.
should get a tattoo that says right up here.
I'll have you write it out. And then the third one,
What was that?
the pop.
Oh shit. Okay, so after the whole knee incident, a couple hours later, after everybody in my house has gone to bed and we're like wreaking havoc out in the garage because that's where we bunked out, we had this table set up and we were doing our first ever like shitty, very, very shitty
Oh my god, it was horrible.
panel with our OCs and stuff. And there was 4 of us. It was me, my cousin,
Sam.
Kaden, and a friend Sam. And I don't remember what I was doing, but my character had an obsession with chocolate chip cookies. So somebody like ate the last box of cookies, and
I
actually,
did.
yeah, it was you. You ate the last cookie in the box.
I did.
Of
So I got
course it would
pissed,
be
and I was
you.
like, okay, well that's fine. So I was like, you know what, fine. I don't need no freaking cookies. So I walked over to the back table where he had all the drinks and stuff, and I grabbed a giant 2-liter of strawberry pop. And I walk around the back of the table, and as I'm walking back around, and the camera's recording, I go ahead and decide to like chug directly out of the bottle, but it backlashes on me and ends up coming out my nose, and it's caught on camera.
Oh no!
Recording.
I hate you so much. That's like blackmail, okay?
It is.
Oh boy.
It came out my nose. That's like the best thing I could think of to say.
That is no, I saw. No, you posted it on your Instagram. I saw that.
Yes, I did.
That is. No, that was interesting. I mean, I don't know what made you guys make you do a panel in your garage in the first place, but
You were bored.
Yeah, what else are you gonna do?
sleep.
We were a bunch of
Why would you
people.
sleep in a garage? Of all
I-
places, a garage is
You
freezing.
saw me goes back way far ago. I was not sleeping like normal
Same.
children.
I mean, like, I know you guys aren't gonna know about this place, but it was part of my childhood. I don't know if you guys remember seeing it or reading about it, but you guys remember the Spaghetti Warehouse?
No.
What?
Spaghetti Warehouse. It was a restaurant that was around back in the day, and they were just like their buildings looked like warehouses, and they sold spaghetti.
Nope.
No, man.
Sorry.
That used to be down the street from where, like, you know, my second apartment where I lived in. That was huge. It was huge, and people remember it still to this day almost. Well, I do, but a lot of people seem to forget about it because now it turned into some hibachi kitchen now, I think. I'm not sure. But, like, do you guys have places that you remember going yourselves? Like, places you'd like to going to? And not Chuck E. Cheese, Caden, because I know.
I knew you were gonna go there. God damn it. Oh god. Em, do you want to go first?
Wait, what was the question?
If there was like a place like you wanted to like go back to, like I guess from
The past.
like a restaurant or something, right?
Like somewhere from your childhood that's still around today, or if it's still not around today, that you would still like to go to.
Like, does it have to be my childhood, or can it be like my teenage years?
Both. I don't really care. Teenage years, childhood, it's all the same, really.
Salzburg.
Salzburg.
Ooh.
Salzburg. Oh wait, is that where you went to for that Dark Crystal Museum?
What? No, dude, Salzburg. It's a city in Austria.
Oh.
You've been to
Wow, I feel stupid.
I've never been to Austria.
It's all
so-
good, fam.
Oh, I want there so bad.
I haven't been to Austria, so I don't know where Salzburg is, but it sounds cool.
You've been to Austria?
I haven't been
Yeah,
outside.
I've been to Austria.
I haven't been out of the country. I don't. So
Fam, I was an exchange student. My host family took me to Salzburg for a weekend.
that's pretty cool. How about you, Tiff? Place that you liked? Teenage years, childhood, doesn't really matter.
I mean, okay, I'm going more towards restaurant-wise, But if the Geno's East in Tinley Park hadn't closed, I would love to go back there and eat there because the thing is, they make everything fresh. Everything was fresh, freshly made. Because now it's like you see Geno's East like all that frozen stuff. It's not the same. It is literally not the same. I'd rather go into a restaurant and actually eat freshly made cheese sticks, which by the way they were the best, or in like freshly made deep dish pizza. Like, oh, it's like take me to heaven if they could bring that back.
I mean, there used to be a Geno's East in St. Charles by my house until they closed it down and replaced it with some doctor's office or whatever.
I do hear that there is a Geno's East in Rosemont, so I may have to check that out at some point.
There's one in Rosemont? No, Geno's East. No,
That's what my little sister told me.
I know there's a Giordano's in Rosemont, but Geno's East? The last one I know of is in the city. That's what I know. But I don't know. You have to Google that. But that's what I know from Google from the last time I checked. But yeah, Caden, Rae, favorite place from childhood, teenage years.
Well, I would like to put it out there that I think it's unfair that we're not allowed to say Chuck E. Cheese's.
Right?
Yeah, but Caden already told me that whole story. How he should have been. Oh, if he went to the pipe, he would have been stuck in there, and you would have kicked his butt and put his hide back in the pipe.
I love you fat ass.
Oh.
I love you, bitch. Yeah, honestly, if I could go back to anywhere, it would have to be back my junior year of high school when I got to march down Main Street at Disney.
Oh, that's so cute.
Honest to God, I want to go back to Epcot so I can go back to Germany and get the noodle gratin because it's so good.
Hey, Caden, if you're gonna go back to Epcot, bring me with you, cause trust me, I know my whole way around the park.
I never been to Disney. I always wanted to go to Universal. Universal's the one I always wanted to go to. But Disney seems fun to check out for one time because my parents were always against going. It was like my parents were like, oh, it's always too warm down there. You know, there's always a lot of people there and it's super warm down there. And I was like,
well, it was hectic because it was like
Christmas, right?
No, it was
Spring break.
Yeah, it was spring break. I went down with my marching band, and it was, oh my God, it was a whole lot of hell.
Oh yeah, because trust me, that's when because I've been to Disney World during winter break, and they still bring marching bands in from like high schools and stuff. But yeah, it's always during like the winter breaks or spring breaks. That's when it's especially obviously it's the craziest because everybody's on spring break, so it's like, oh, we should all go at the same time.
Well, I did have my chance to go to Disney one time because my brother was in the Schaumburg High School band and he was marching at Disney, and me and my family had the opportunity to go, but they were charging up the wazoo like maybe like $1,000 or something to get us flown there, to get a hotel there, and to stay there for the whole thing. And I was like,
yeah,
what?
no, we took 3 slider buses. One broke down, and we had to shove like 80 people into 2 buses over the max, and it was, oh my gosh, that was that was crazy.
But I'm not against going. Like, I'm not against going there. Like if anyone wants to take me there, I'll be like, that's cool. But like, you know, I'm not against it. And that's all. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm not against going there. It's just like I haven't been there before. You know?
Yeah, that was the first and last time I ever went, and I want to go back so bad.
How about you, Rae? You?
Brown County.
Oh my God, yes.
Wait, where?
Brown County.
Brown County.
Brown County.
You know?
Yeah.
It's down south.
Yeah.
I'd give anything to go back there.
Indiana's Little Nashville.
Yep.
Sounds fun.
It is a lot of fun.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you guys this, but I'm a huge nostalgia freak, as my username puts it. But like I love like malls and stuff. And one place one place I really want to go back to and check out again is this mall in Ohio, because I've been to Ohio like once, and it was to go visit my friend who lives in Ohio, and there's a mall by his house called Belden Village, and it was really cool because that was the only food court that I saw a Dairy Queen in, and I'm jealous of that because they had that in their food court in their mall, and I wish we had that because Dairy Queen is amazing. I don't know, it's stupid, but it's a reason.
No, don't ever say anything like that is stupid. It's your, reason, and it's like it shouldn't be stupid.
What else? Are you guys into the old retail stuff like I am?
What do you mean?
Like do you guys like when you see like a Kmart, they went out of business, are you like, that's cool?
No.
I mean like there's like, when it comes to the retail stuff, I mean, like, with me being in it and all that stuff, there's people actually out there who actually go to like these liquidations, and they buy like, the fixtures and the signs and every carts and baskets, even like people go all in. I mean, I don't have all that, but there's people who will take the time to go to like a Kmart, a Sears, or anything that's running down, and if it means something to them, they'll like buy a cart off of them and they'll bring it home. Stuff like that.
I think it's mostly because people are getting stuff at really good deal, like sale price, so they want to get it before like they shut down completely because it's a really good sale.
That's true, but like I really wish I had like a Kmart sign, because even though I didn't, it's like Kmart's not one of the places I went to like all the time when I was a kid. I have lots of memories of going to Kmart because I remember just them being huge at one point, and I'm not just saying this because we're all here, but back in the day they used to be really, really heavy on their hockey stuff. Like seriously, like I'm not even joking. Like hockey was like something that they put over like big time at Kmart at one point. I don't know why, but they did, and I remember that the most. And that's why, and I remember going around Kmart, with the blue light special and all that stuff going on. I mean, I have memories there, but I don't remember going there all the time, if that makes sense.
Well, the thing is, I had a little sister that worked at Kmart, and let me tell you, she was bored out of her freaking mind.
At Kmart?
Yes, because the Kmart that she worked at, because it was around the time when all the Kmarts were closing, it's like, there was nothing to do. Like, there were, like, no people coming in. It was, like, that boring. So...
Like, was she, like, working there, like, during, like, the dying days?
No, she was, like, working, like, during, like, the off time, because she normally works at the Sanctuary Golf Course. But, of course, when they're closed during, like, the winter and everything, she always tries to find another job, because the Sanctuary is, like, mostly, like, a seasonal job. And she worked at Kmart. And yeah, basically she'd always come home saying how boring it was. So.
But like, what time frame was this? Was this like just recently, or was this like years ago?
Years ago. I just said it was around the time when all the Kmarts and stuff were about to be closing.
Oh yeah, that really. I mean, that's the sucky thing. I mean, the thing about that too is I almost worked at the Sears headquarters in Hoffman because I was going to be like the guy who like sets up like the meeting rooms, like moving the tables and cleaning the floors and whatever that crap, like janitor work pretty much for Sears. And I didn't get the job obviously because I never ended up working there. But how cool would have been of me just getting like an insider look of like the Sears Corporation before it all closed down. I probably would have lost my job at this point because they're out of business, but it would have been cool to work there. Do you guys ever went to Blockbuster growing up? Like, do you guys have that day that you had, like, I'm going to Blockbuster? Yeah.
My family's was Family Video.
Oh, you're a Family Video family?
Yeah, back when it was in business,
Oh, they're still kinda in business, but they're sort of not. It's weird. It's like so-so.
I feel like my family, we really didn't do the whole rented thing much because we pretty much, like, if there was a DVD, my mom would just, like, buy it for us for, like, holiday gifts and stuff, or like birthday gifts or whatever. We really didn't do much of the rented kind of movie thing. So, yeah.
Which by the way, Tiff, sorry, Kane, Ray, I'll get to you, but Tiff, did you ever play that game growing up where it was pretty much Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but except it was Disney themed?
No.
Oh, that game was awesome, man. I mean, it was pretty much Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but except it had Disney characters in it, and it was in that game. And since Tony Hawk Pro Skater was the biggest game at the time, of course they did something with Disney with it, and it was actually pretty fun when I was little. I haven't played it since, but that game was actually pretty fun. Anyway, how about Tiff and Kate? Not Tiff. Kaden and Ray. You guys, were you Blockbuster kids or Family Video kids or?
Blockbuster. We had a Blockbuster in my hometown, and when it shut down, it turned into our new DMV.
Oh my god.
Now, so renting videos or renting cars?
You don't rent a car from the DMV.
Like
You can rent cars from the DMV?
well, no, you don't rent cars from the DMV, but when you're taking your driving test, you're renting cars.
Wait, what?
I'm confused.
What?
When you're taking your driving test and they have those DMV cars that have like the little signs on top of them, you're technically renting a car for like 5 minutes, aren't you?
I took my driving test in the car that I drive, dude.
Me too.
Same. That's pretty much how they do it nowadays. Like, if you were doing it like where it was like at high school, then yes, you would see the little thing on top of the car. But more likely
Oh,
than not,
wait a minute. Steven, you're doing the classes though, right? And you have somebody drive with you that isn't a parent?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm currently taking the classes, but I've been on a hiatus run because quarantine. But yeah.
Yeah, that's why you are using one of the cars with the student driver things on it, because you're doing the classes.
Yeah, I didn't take no class.
We didn't do the classes, so we used our own vehicles.
Wait, but
Yeah, since our parents taught us how to drive.
so
Yeah.
But wait, didn't you all take the driving portion in high school?
No.
Nope.
I did 3 times, and
For us, it was voluntary. And you had to pay a lot for it. My parents were like, nah, we're not going to pay for it. We're just going to teach you ourselves.
Yeah, same. My dad's a cheap ass.
Ditto.
Well, how it worked in my high school was like driver's ed was like part of your PE course, so you didn't have to pay for it. It was like a part of your like gym course, where it's like a small amount of students would be out of gym for this part of it because they're going to do the driving thing, which of course happens usually during your sophomore year and stuff. So you'd be lucky to get out of swimming if you were supposed to be doing the driver's ed portion of it. So
Man, I actually like swim class.
I didn't like it. Swimming class can go away. I didn't like that.
Oh my god.
Taking an extra quarter, because you could at my school, you could volunteer. Like, one quarter of the year was required. You had to be swimming, and you could volunteer to take another one, and I did, and that was the best decision I've ever made. Because I didn't have to go run laps in 95-degree heat at the end of the year. I was swimming instead.
Yeah, we had to do half swimming, half gym. We didn't get a decision.
it was like the way how it worked in my high school was like swimming. It was like one portion, but it wasn't like for like a whole semester. It was just like one section of it. It was like, especially at one point where it's like we played like water polo, but then again, I really didn't participate in water polo because the thing is, I think because of my small stature of my body, it's like I could not hold myself up in the deep end. So it's like I had to go in the shallow end pool, which is like, it's fine by me because it's like in the deep end, it's like I can't, it's like when we did like treading and everything, I could not hold myself up with my body. Like my body was not strong enough. It's like I almost felt like I was going to drown every single time.
What I hated about swimming, well, at my high school when I was at Hoffman, they didn't give you the choice. It was they had planned sections for everything that we did. So we did like there was like different curriculums, and these different curriculums were like done throughout the year. So like swimming was one of them, and during the swimming curriculum, they had like a giant pool, a school pool where they did like their swimming thing, and they had a section portioned off that was considered like the shallow end for everyone who for gym class and all that stuff, and I sucked so bad at it. I didn't even want to do it. I always kind of refused sometimes to even do it, but I did it anyway because I didn't want to get failed or anything out of school. So it was hard, but I sort of didn't like it because one thing that I don't like is just like you're dry, but then you put your feet in the pool and it's freezing like heck.
That's how it is for everybody when you first step in the pool. It's like
yeah, I hated that, but I can't swim either. So if I'm in the deep end, I'm not going to survive. I will not survive. I will definitely not survive. That's why I would need like a floaty vest or whatever. But
you need like a life jacket.
Yeah, like a life jacket. but like I don't know. I mean, the pool I have the most memories with though in my childhood is this pool called Big Surf, and it was a wave pool in my old hometown in Mount Prospect, and it was basically a wave pool, and I chopped my feet so many damn times at the bottom of that thing that my parents were like we're getting you rubber shoes or swim or whatever those things you call it that you use when you don't want to go barefoot inside a pool. Like we had to buy me a pair of those, so I freaking went bleed my feet every single time I stepped on that thing, and it was I mean it wasn't bad all the time, but it was fun. I liked it. Did you guys have anything like that by your house, like a pool that you guys remember going to all the time?
I used to have one in my backyard.
Yeah. I used to go over all the time to swim.
How about M, you?
Not really. I didn't grow up with access to a public pool.
No, you didn't. How about you, Tiff?
I mean, I did. It was called Skyline. I mean, me and my sisters used to go there as kids and such. And they had like 3 separate pools. They had like a kiddie pool, they had a shallow end pool, and then they had one, there was like a deep end pool, and then they had the deep end pools be separated by the ones that had like the diving boards and everything. So it was just like that. So that's all I'm really going to say on it.
No, it's fine. I know how that's like. They have the small board, the medium board, and the really high board.
No, it's not so much that, because it's like, with the fact that me talking about being access to a pool and everything, it just, then it's like I'm hearing, like, everybody else just, ugh. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm like the rich kid, which I don't want to be.
No, I wasn't like it was like most of the time when I went to a pool when I was a child, it was for summer camp. So like I never went there for like my parents or half the time. Like it was summer camp that brought me to half of these places, and I was like that's pretty cool and stuff, but you know how that is. It's just, I mean, it's just it was what it was and whatever, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean like.
Hey guys.
What? What?
Kaden and I are gonna have to scoot.
Okay. Well, how long have we been doing this, by the way?
We've been on this for about an hour and 35 minutes, Steven.
Well, this isn't my program.
Plus the 35 from the one prior.
It says on my program an hour and 43 minutes, so we've been at this for a long time. Real quickly before you gotta go, I want to do an outro. I want to thank everyone for listening to all of this that you just heard of the 100th episode of Cyber Time Bite. Thank you everyone for listening. I can't wait to give you 100 more from this point forward, and and stuff. You can find me on Facebook at Cyber Time Bite. You can follow me on Twitter at NostalgiaVant. Buy my merchandise at redbubble.com under Crash Steven Gear, for when this episode comes out, and if we're still in quarantine, buy the mask that has my logo on it, because then you can have sport power and be safe at the same time. And for all of you, just you can say all your social medias and such.
You want to go first, Dan?
What's the question?
No, we're doing outro, so just give them your
Socials.
social media info, like Insta handles and stuff.
What's up? I go by Ancient Constellation on social media.
Well,
all of them. For all of them.
Okay, I go by @tiff93kd on Instagram and also on my TikTok too. So, yeah, so you can find me on both of those because I use those more often than Facebook nowadays. So, yeah, you can find me at @tiff93kd on Insta and on TikTok.
And
Screw you. I go by 19toothless98 on all forms of social media. You don't need my Facebook. It's a bunch of trash, so it's fine.
You probably find me at Nerdy Pizza Cosplay, periods in between the words, on Instagram, and I'm mostly on TikTok, so follow your boy!
yeah, boy, my boy. If Kate, if we were all in person right now, I'd be like high-fiving you right now. The boy!
Here.
Yeah!
Yeah, there you go.
All right, yeah, so I want to thank everyone for listening, and I hope all of you have a great day. Have a good one.